Hey Cancer, welcome to Tourmaline Tarot. We're going to do your weekly and see what's cooking for you. Alright, so this is like bleh. Here you go. Here's the whole thing. Let's see what we got. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Alright, you have the Fool. You have Six of Pentacles and Four of Pentacles, and then you have the Hermit. It's not... People are like, oh, the Hermit and Four of Pentacles, it's negative. There's just an element of like you taking your toys and going home. Like you might have been real excited about something, but then with the Six of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles, you might be like, because the Six of Pentacles is about like giving your time and energy and stuff like that. And you might run into somebody who's not as giving as you are with this Four of Pentacles. Like, I feel like that's almost the challenge to the Six of Pentacles. Like, people are not willing to be as open as you are or as giving as you are. And then that makes you be like, well, I'm fine. I don't need you guys anyway. Like, you know what I mean? There's kind of this energy of like, this is a weird way to put it, but like, who you thought were your people, or like thought people that could potentially be your people, you kind of are like, nah, it's not quite right. They're not 100% my people. So let's see with this Hermit. What does Cancer... Yeah. So you have the Knight of Cups. I feel like the Hermit, it's like, you know, you kind of pull back a little bit, but with the Knight of Cups, this is just such a Cancer thing to do. Just be like, no, we're going to try again. We're Knight of Cups. Like, you're going to maybe try a different approach, or someone's finally going to be like, okay, listen, like, maybe I wasn't chill back there, but like, now we cool, you know? Knight of Cups. Give me one more on this Knight of Cups. Oop, come here, babies. So we have the Sun and Ten of Swords. I don't feel like you're going to get shot down or something's going to get shot down. I just feel like someone realizes, like, oh, yeah, they realize their Four of Pentacles-ness. Because you're willing to kind of like regroup, try a different approach, try again. And this person's like, oh, wow, I really was a jerk. I really botched that up, huh? But in true Cancer style, you're like, no, it's cool. It's cool, man. Just, you know, let's try it again, y'all. Because Knight of Wands, Hierophant, Five of Wands, the Devil. Yeah, it's like there's this energy of like, let's do it. Let's do it. Whoa. You know, with that Five of Wands, Devil. Like, let's take the shortcut. Let's do this. And that's what I mean. I get this feeling that it's like you go all in on something and then you realize, wow, this was not as advertised. Like, this fine print is ridiculous on whatever this situation is. Because with the Five of Wands and the Devil, it's like, you know, it starts out good and then it's like, I hear the brakes screeching, like, or the record scratch, like, like that's not it. So with the Sun and Ten of Swords, Ten of Cups, then. I feel like you're the benevolent one. You're like, that's cool. Stuff happens. You know, like Cancer taking it for the team again. Just make sure they're worth taking it for the team. That's what I gotta say. Like, you can be nice as the day is long and people will try and push it. So just make sure the people that you think are your people are your people. Because I'm concerned about this Devil. I usually don't get like all fired up about the Devil. You could very well just be dealing with a Capricorn. But let's see. Death. Yeah, something's going to change. And like I said, I keep saying this for a lot of people. I don't think it's you. I think like you're fine. You're just realizing how much crap is around you. And you're like, whoa, guys, hi. The Magician. So just kind of watch if there's any kind of manipulative thing. That's what I mean. It's like you find out someone's kind of trying to push buttons or sway things their way. And you're like, whoa. And that Hermit makes you pull back, but you're still willing to try. And you're like, okay, well, let's give it a shot. I mean, I feel like this person does realize if they're being an asshat, like they understand their asshattery. Now, give me one on this Ten of Cups here. The Emperor. I'd watch. They may realize it, but they also might be a little stubborn. Like, they admit it once, and then they're like, we're never talking about that again. And you're like, okay, well, I want to. So actually, give me one in this Emperor. You know, or it could very well be you taking control. Let's see which way that goes. Temperance. With the Temperance coming out, it's almost like I keep going back to you, Cancer. You're the one that's keeping the balance. You're the one that's keeping it on track. Because you're starting with this Six of Pentacles. You wind up with the Emperor and Temperance. So, I mean, just don't lose your gusto. If you're, like, excited about something, don't let someone else squash that. That's, like, the one thing I absolutely hate, is when people take away other people's excitement for stuff. I think that's, like, one of the crummiest things you can do. So we have the Mice and the Woman, right? So something isn't 100% to start with. There's just kind of like a vibe you're getting. Something like that. You're reading the room. It's a little off. And with the Rose, you know, there's an offer or something just to kind of, you know, maybe test the waters. It's not the full bouquet yet. And then you have the guy with the clover and the handshake. So something, you know, like I said, something looks good. And I feel like you do kind of regroup. But what is this about here? Yeah, so you have the track, the cat, the metal, and the mountains. So if it's not the right way, if this isn't the way it's supposed to be, you put a block on it. But I feel like that regroup energy is like, okay, like they get it. Whatever jerk pants understands it on the back end. But just watch. I don't think that they're sincere, but I feel like they're almost too into saving face about it. Like they didn't want to be the jerky pants. You know what I mean? Like they didn't want to fully admit that it was something was their fault, or they could have handled something better. Or it's like, I admitted it once. Why do we still have to talk about it? And you're like, this just happened. Like it's fresh. I don't know why. We can't keep talking about it. You know, so it doesn't happen again. Yeah, with the snake. Just watch. Because I feel like whatever it is was more about them than it even was about you, Cancer. Because the snake is kind of like my jealousy card sometimes, especially coming out with the fox. Because if you're looking good and, you know, it's almost like, I'm not saying evil eye or anything, but it's just like, you know how people, their own inadequacies get amplified by being around people who are cool, who like just have a way about them that they can't have. And I feel like that's where that comes from sometimes. It's like, I'm going to try and dull your shine for the sake of dulling it. And you're like, what? I was just shining. I don't know what your problem is. So, all right, Cancer, just keep your eyes peeled for that. You know, you're the grounding force in this. So just don't take anybody's guff. And if something doesn't feel right, it probably isn't. But do not lose your enthusiasm over something you care about or a situation that you enjoy. All right, Cancer, like, comment, share, subscribe, whatever, because I want to know what's going on with you guys. And I'll talk to you later.